Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Our webinar will begin in just a moment, but we first wanted to share this video of Robin, a science teacher from Jamaica who started a boys' soccer team at his school. Here is his story.
My name is Robin Henry. I'm from Jamaica and I teach 8th grade science. My favorite part about teaching is actually getting a student to say, yes, sir, I understand. When I can look into their eyes and I can see that they do understand what I'm teaching, that actually gives me the drives to actually go ahead. If I'm going to ask the student a question or the class a question, I always say, yeah, man. So if you understand, say, yeah, man. And when I hear yeah, man shouting out in the class, it gives me a great feeling to say they're using my culture to actually say, yes, they do understand. I decided to teach in the US because I wanted a little bit of diversity. When I left Jamaica, I was actually coaching soccer. So I wanted to bring whatever I love from Jamaica to here to actually get kids to see what I'm up about as it relates to soccer. So when you actually indulge in a cultural exchange, I think it actually builds relationship between cultures, between countries, between individuals. So I think it's very, very important.
There's been a lot of times where EPI teachers have impacted our school community. One of our 7th grade science teachers, when he arrived from Jamaica, wanted to know why we didn't have a soccer team. He wanted to talk it up and get one started, knowing he would be building a team from the ground up.
When I spoke to the assistant principal, which is the athletic director, I asked him if he had a soccer team, and he said, you know what, we haven't had a soccer team in years. And that actually clicked a light bulb in my brain. I said, you know what, I can get something started. What we did, we had a conference with parents to get them introduced to what we're going to be doing, the objectives, what are the expectations. So I think the families, the parents, and the other coaches were excited to have a soccer program going because, as I said before, this has been dormant for a long time. So they were excited to get this new sporting activity up and running in the school again.
Last year, he became the head coach of our boys team, and he gathered a whole team of kids to go out and literally had to teach them the game from the ground up. Most of the boys had never played soccer before, but he had so much fun teaching them and he encouraged them. And so along the way, you just saw this group of kids who never would have had anything else in common with each other come together, form as a team.
In the first season, I think we won, one game. It was like winning the World Cup. So the kids were so happy. I was happy as well because I could see the joy on their faces. And as a matter of fact, the joy was there even before we won the first game. The joy was there when we scored the first goal, even though we didn't win that game, but we scored a goal. And the fact that we scored a goal actually put chills on my skin when I see the kids running and jumping and cheering that they actually scored a goal. To me, they seem that they won because scoring a goal is a very, very, very difficult thing, and they actually achieved that objective. You know, that gave me a great feeling to actually score the first goal. But the first win, it was undescribable. They were so happy. They cheered going home in the bus. Even the next day they spoke about it. They were happy because it's the first time they're doing soccer and they won a game in that first season. That was a tremendous feeling. My favorite part about coaching is, most people would think I'm going to say winning, but it's actually participating. And when the kids can participate in something extracurricular, I think it puts a burden off their brain to actually focus on something that's not academic.
We know that when students get involved in athletics, it helps them academically, it keeps them engaged in school, so the impact reaches far beyond, the soccer field.
So if you're coming from an international jurisdiction, it's always good to do an extracurricular activity, Always be a part of a club so that you can have kids being drawn to that other than doing schoolwork, because sometimes this academic thing can get overwhelming, and I think it should make the world of a difference for the kids to do something extracurricular rather than always focusing on academics. The legacy here that I created, I think it's a very special one, and it's always good to know that you came here, you are just a pilgrim passing through, and you left a legacy for persons to actually say, Mr. Henry was here because the soccer program was here. It's a very nice feeling to know that you started something that's going to keep going on. Even when I leave here, there's going to be persons taking up the mantle because the feeling is so overwhelming that I don't think they want to lose the feeling of not having a soccer game.
It's been really cool to see the interest in the game, the progress that he's made with the boys. And when you go out to the soccer field, there'll be all sorts of families and other kids will come watch them play, and the staff will be out there cheering them on too. So it's great to see that is starting to become a tradition. It's now something that has embedded itself in our school community, and so we're excited to see that continue.
Hello, and welcome to our informational webinar, Teaching in the USA with Educational Partners International. We are Educational Partners International, or EPI for short. My name is Lucy Cifuentes, and I am the Content Specialist for Educational Partners International. Before working for EPI, I worked in Spain as an English teacher for 5 years. As someone who has moved abroad to explore new opportunities, I have a deep understanding for others who want to do the same in the US. Today, I will be talking about what EPI does and how you can apply to our program. We also want you to take this opportunity to ask any questions that you have about EPI, what we offer, and the application process. You can ask them in the comment box and we will answer them throughout the presentation. For privacy, we will not be able to answer any questions about individual applications during our webinar. If you have specific questions about your application, please email us at team@teachwithepi.com and our admissions team will be happy to assist you. During today's webinar, we will provide a general introduction to EPI. By the end of this presentation, our goal is to help you understand our mission and explain the benefits of our program, both while you are enrolled and after you leave the USA. The first question that most people have is, what is EPI? We are a cultural exchange program that aims to bring teachers from different countries into the United States to teach. Officially, EPI is designated as a sponsor for an exchange visitor program. We are proud to be a world leader in cultural exchange, helping hundreds of teachers from around the globe come to the US to teach. Educators in our program are currently placed in North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, and Florida. We place teachers in all subjects taught in K-12 schools. That means not only foreign languages and English as a second language, but also math, science, art, special education, elementary education, and many more subjects. While we work with schools across the southern United States, our home office is in the mountains of North Carolina, which you can see in this photo. We would love to know where you're from, so please share with us in the comments. In order to understand the importance of U.S. cultural exchange, it may be helpful to know about its history. Senator J. William Fulbright played a significant role in promoting cultural exchange as a means of strengthening international relations. You may recognize Senator Fulbright's name as he is credited with establishing the Fulbright Program, which is a famous international education scholarship. Following the creation of this scholarship, he introduced and passed the Fulbright-Hays Act to foster greater understanding and communication between the people of the United States and those of other nations. The Fulbright-Hays Act was signed by President John F. Kennedy in 1961 and led to the creation of cultural exchange programs like EPI across the USA. EPI offers cultural exchange opportunities specifically for teachers from other countries to come to the USA. Cultural exchange means that our teachers come to the United States to share their culture, and then return to their home country so that they can share what they have learned about the US. You will achieve this through 2 cultural exchange projects that you complete each year you are an EPI teacher. Our program lasts for 3 years. Upon completion of the program, you will be required to return to your home country for 2 years. These 2 years are crucial as they allow you to complete your cultural exchange mission. EPI helps you share your culture here in the United States so that you can return home with new experiences to share with your country. That is because EPI believes sharing knowledge across cultures and venues improves understanding among teachers, students, administrators, and members of the communities in which we live. This is the heart of our program. Your ability to share your culture here and bring U.S. culture back home represents true cultural exchanges,
helping to build a more connected global community. So what does this kind of cultural exchange look like? Being an EPI teacher means that you will live and teach in the USA, fully immersed in US culture while sharing your culture with your students here. Today, we will highlight a few examples of the projects our teachers have created to share their culture with their US communities.
In one North Carolina school, story time became an introduction to Brazilian folklore, where new characters help students learn familiar lessons through the lens of another culture. Using puppets, EPI English as a Second Language teacher, Ariane, brought 3 well-known figures from her home country to life: Saci Perrere, Iara, and Curupira. Each character introduced students to core values such as imagination, respect for nature, and community. The lesson didn't stop there. Students chose a character to explore further through creative crafts, then came together to reflect, discovering that while the stories were new, the values at their core were shared across cultures. Mercy, a chemistry teacher from India, created an opportunity to experience her culture firsthand through clothes and jewelry, with colleagues exploring how a sari and dupatta are draped and taking part in an India-themed trivia game, where the winner walked away with a traditional decorative bracelet. With Bollywood music and visuals filling the room, movement also became part of the moment as peers immersed themselves in traditional dances, like Karakatam and Bharatanatyam. The experience served as a reminder that meaningful learning moments are not limited to students. It can bring colleagues together, fostering connection, curiosity, and a deeper appreciation of one another.
Now that you have more of a background on who we are and what we do, it's time to talk about what benefits you get from participating in our program. The most obvious benefit is experiencing new cultural opportunities, living in the USA and sharing your culture with people who might not have encountered it otherwise. Your students may know very little about your home country, and you'll have the unique opportunity to educate and inspire them in ways that will leave a lasting impact. Another important benefit is the personal and professional support we offer during your time here. Teacher support is a cornerstone of what we do at EPI, and we are deeply invested in your success. We'll be here as a resource to guide you throughout the program. Let's talk more in depth about the type of support that we offer our teachers. As soon as you are placed in a school, one of our trained support team members will contact you to help guide you through the process of moving to the US. This relationship with your support team will be an ongoing resource for you throughout your time with EPI. They will be able to assist you with challenges ranging from culture shock to meeting the needs of struggling learners. At EPI, we recognize the value of international perspectives in American classrooms, and we are committed to helping educators like you achieve success. Participating in the EPI program provides benefits not only during your time here, but also after you return home. When you return to your home country, you'll bring back a new perspective that enriches both your personal and professional life. Additionally, as part of EPI's program, you become a world educator, teaching students from a variety of backgrounds. These transformative experiences will help you reach your professional goals.
Before we finish talking about the benefits that EPI has to offer, here's what some of our teachers have to say about their time in the United States. Seth from Ghana says, "As a seasoned educator, I firmly believe that fostering cross-cultural understanding among students is essential for their personal growth and global awareness. Through EPI, I've had the opportunity to learn from my interactions with diverse student populations from different backgrounds. The cultural exchange aspect of the program has allowed me to gain a deeper understanding of different teaching methodologies, classroom dynamics, and the educational system of the United States of America." Elizabeth from Argentina says, "EPI supports teachers both culturally and professionally. These years have enhanced my passion for teaching, increased my cultural awareness, and given me the skills needed to succeed as a teacher. I've learned how to form relationships with teammates, build partnerships with my students' families, and support my students, both academically and emotionally. To hear more from our teachers, visit our Facebook and Instagram pages. We've shared several videos of our teachers talking about their cultural exchange experiences. You can also find teacher stories on our website, teachwithepi.com.
We will now address any questions you have about our program. If you haven't submitted your questions yet, please ask them now in the comment box. Here are some of the most common questions we get at EPI. How long is the EPI program? We are a 3-year program. Is there an application fee? There is no application or placement fee. There are other costs associated with your application, such as obtaining your diploma or transcripts, but EPI will never charge you an application or a placement fee. Is there an age limit? We do not have an age limit. As long as you meet our basic requirements, you can join the EPI program regardless of your age. When are EPI applications due? EPI accepts applications all year round. However, we encourage you to apply as soon as possible if you are interested in teaching with EPI during the upcoming school year. The earlier you turn in your application, the faster we can help you through the process. If you think EPI might be the right fit for you, here are the key qualifications for our program. To become an EPI teacher, you must currently be teaching, possess advanced English skills, be a non-US resident, hold the equivalent of a US bachelor's degree, and have at least 2 years of full-time teaching experience. If that sounds like it applies to you, go to teachwithepi.com and start your application. Select the Apply button on the home page and answer the eligibility question. After you click Submit, you will be able to make an account with your email address and start your application. If you have already started the process, be sure to check your email regularly for updates about your application status. To close today's presentation, I would like to share a quote from President John F. Kennedy that captures the importance of cultural exchange in education. If we believe in the ability of people to make an intelligent judgment, they can't do that without the best education. And they can't get the best education without the best teachers. Knowledge is international. Peace is international, indivisible. Similar to President Kennedy's vision, we at EPI strive to build a foundation of peace and understanding through global education. That's all for today. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram to learn about upcoming events and to hear more from our current teachers. If you have additional questions, email us at team@teachwithepi.com. On behalf of everyone at Educational Partners International, thank you for joining us and have a great day.